What are you doing, Tim?
Never doing spray foam again. It's a nightmare.
How's your day going? Why don't you tell us? Tell me how your day's going.
I've been walking around the house all day trying to figure out what direction to go to get ready for drywall. So looking at this room, do I do a drop ceiling? If I do a drop ceiling, I've got to get wood. If I get wood, do I do it before running the pipes? Because I'll know exactly how much room I have. And if I run the duct work, I got to make sure I don't get in the way of the plumbing lines. The plumbing lines not getting in the way of the ERV vents. And then I got to rip half this foam out so I can get a line over there to that room. And do a 1-inch line to that, or is it a 3/4 inch line because the bend is different than the one that's over there. Just aggravating. To top off, my outlets are different heights.
You can definitely tell in the video.
One outlet is 3 inches lower than the other outlet because when I drew the line, one outlet ended up below the line, the other one ended up above the line. So now I have messed up outlets.
But there's going to be a cabinet on that side.
There's no cabinets on this wall.
On this side.
Here,
Oh.
but this one needs to be right there, not right there.
Surely we can put something over it, right?
Cut it out.
Do that again. Come on, do that again. Do that again.
Totally wasted day. I'm just walking around in circles for the last 5 hours trying to take notes on what I should be doing and what I could be doing and what I just
Tim needs some chocolate.
I've had chocolate, it didn't help.
You need more.
I need margarita. Up there trying to figure out where and how I'm going to mount this. I'm going to mount the unit as high up in here as I can, and then I'm going to have to box the return air coming down and into this space here, and I'm going to hold back my exhaust about to here, so that gives me plenty of room to bend the pipes around before I hit this part of the truss. So this is probably the most complicated one because I'm going to have my intake for the return air come down, over, and then down again. So that's going to probably be the hardest setup right there. But it gives me access to everything. It keeps it back a little bit. It gets it up high so my condensate line can have somewhere to go. But it's going to be a bit of a booger to frame this in here. So the plan is I'm going to take 2x4, whatever scrap I have, between that truss and between this one. Then I'm going to run Unistrut in each direction and then hang my unit off that. And then hopefully I'll be able to get the first of my lines that go to the condenser. This is the longest run. This one's right about 80 feet, maybe a little bit less. It's got to run all the way back and all the way this way. So it's going to be a long run and the hardest run and the hardest unit to put this one in. Okay, this is the Unistrut I'm going to be using. So these guys will slide into there. I have to take this screw out so I can get them in. They slide in and lock into place, and then I have my hanger down here. There's just 4 inches, but I've got a nut, a lock washer, 2 washers, and another nut, and those will pinch around that bracket right there. So I'm going to go ahead and get these set up, and I'll hang 2 on each side. So I'll just hang in here like that. Actually, I can go in here like this, and then I should be able to turn these, and they'll lock into place. So that side is grooved. So let's turn it this way. So that should work. Or maybe not. Ugh. There it goes. There. Now I don't have to take the screw out. I forgot about it. You can screw those suckers in. The little rubber part here locks it in place, keeps it from sliding back and forth on you. So I can go ahead and slide this down, and then it'll stay in place while I lift it up into position. I got everything hung up now and leveled. Not really any issues beyond me forgetting tools and things like that, or dropping tools. But this gives me enough room in here where I can work the 4-inch flex around everything. I still wish that my hookups right there outside unit, I really wish those were on the other side, but not much I can do about that. So is what it is. But I'm done hanging this one, and then the other ones that are going to be way down there, I'm going to position them directly over the top of an opening, run a box straight down, which is what I hope to do with this one, but those different trusses are messing things up. I think everything should be okay. My plan is to, I think in this bay, to put a set of attic stairs to get up in here so I can clean the filters out and things like that. Now the return air grills that I have, they match the size of here, which is 24 by 8. You can see there's this little filter in here, but that's not really going to do much as far as HEPA or the MAR filter, things like that. So I'm going to have another filter, a better filter in the ceiling grill. I'll still need to get up in here and check these every now and then, maintenance wise. So condensate line, I've got one on each side, it looks like. Yep, got one on each side, so I'll determine how to get those to drain properly. Part of the reason why I wanted to get it up as high as I could is right down over there, you can see it, is my vent for the bathroom, the master bath. I can actually run this over, run that line down over and tap into that vent. Just drill a hole and then put a screw in there, or put a tap in there for the hose. So I could do that. The other option I thought about is I would actually connect all 3 of these together. The 2 that are going to be down there, kind of close to the chimney pipe, but connect all those together to one drain and run that one drain all the way down. But we'll see how well that works when I get to that point. I was up at the house working, putting that mini split in, and walking down the steps and looked out the step window, and I was like, man, my chickens are way out in the field. And just as I said that, you just see this poof of feathers. So just this explosion of feathers. So I went and grabbed my pistol and threw on some boots because it's real wet out here right now. But came out here to see if I could find out which chicken got hit, and it was our rooster. And he went walking back over to the coop. Oh, there he is. So I'm gonna go, hopefully he's okay. I saw a little cut next to his face. He's not one to let you pick him up. His tail feathers are all screwed up now. But beyond that, he kind of looks okay. Huh? Get the crap scared out of you? The rooster lay an egg today? Huh? Alright. Hmm? Trying to find his way back to the coop. So many prickle bushes out here. Come on, buddy. You can't fit through there. Told my wife I didn't think. I saw it kind of odd to think of a hawk coming down and getting a chicken like that, but because there's such a size difference. But I believe now. There he goes. All right. Out here chasing chickens. I should be working. I got those other two minis hung up now. I think the only hardest thing is actually putting them up myself and then trying to get all the screws and everything in. But they're set up and ready to go. I have not tightened down my nuts on them yet, my straps here, all threads, because I'm going to have to slide these back and forth because I want them to go straight down the return airs. So I have my return air grill down here. Of course, one thing I didn't think about or didn't realize is that you can see the return air is on this side of that one and on this side of that one because they're backwards from each other. When they come down into the ceiling below, I want to have them on the same sides. They line up. But so I'm going to have to do is I can take this one straight down, and this one I'm going to have to bump over a little bit, run it sideways, a little bit of an angle, something like that. So the next step for me is going to be taking this out, this board I put up here when we were framing. I'm actually going to run another one down this side. Some plywoods have a little bit bigger area to work in. And then I'm eventually going to plywood the whole area up there so I can work easily. And I've got a frame in. So I'm going to make sure this is level straight below us here. To line up with this truss, I've got to put a brace coming across and basically build a box there for my what they call my return air grill to come straight down into there. And then I've got them far enough apart because that little filter pulls out this way on each side. It's got them far enough apart where I can get up there and still clean them okay in the future. And then drain line wise, got condensates on both sides, which is nice. So the condensate line is on the same side on both these. Unfortunately, the line sets are on different sides, but it's not that big of a deal. I originally planned to have this one actually way down here, and it was going to sit right about here, but when I went to buy the line sets, I'm trying to save on length and hope I can do it all in 164 feet is what the line set came in. So that right there is going to save me a good 10 feet or more. And then the one I put up here yesterday or last night actually pulled it back a couple feet from where I was originally planning on having it as well. So I'm really hoping that 164 feet is going to be enough to get all these done. But we'll see. Anyways, I got those set up. So the next step would be to run my return air boxes down, get those set, and then I know over here it looks bad. It looks like I'm going to run my ductwork straight into my pipe. But remember, that pipe turns at a 45 because I broke that 145 putting it up. I didn't break it, it broke on me. But so this will actually be over here, and then that will move all those out of the way, so it won't be an issue. I think that part actually came in today, but then I've got to again run one down over here. So because there's no room there, we talked about doing a coffered ceiling in this room. So I got to figure out where those points are going to be, and then I'll actually box in an area. So when the vent comes down, it's going to actually be hidden inside that framing of the coffered ceiling. And that'll go for both sides, for the office and for the bathroom. Yesterday after the chicken attack from that hawk, I was able to get a hold of Gunner, our rooster, and get several shots of alcohol and then some Bactine on him. So basically I just held some scratch down. That's him back there. Basically I just held some scratch down for him to pick at, and then I sprayed his wound. If you can see, it's on the right side of his head. He's got a big gash there. But he seems to be back to normal. He's doing his call and being ornery like he usually is. So I'm not going to let him out today because I was looking around and there's already seen. See, he's fine. I've already seen a couple hawks sitting around the area. And one day we lost 3 chickens. All I can assume is that it was hawks coming down getting them. I really thought it would have been a coyote or a fox or something like that, but it appears that the hawks come down, kill them, eat them for a little bit, and then take off. So we end up with chickens with these random weird holes in them and stuff. Or we don't see them at all. They get drug out into the field or something like that. I'm getting drywall quotes right now. First one came in, just the house, about $5,500 in just the labor, and then the garage is going to be $1,200 just the labor to hang it. Good reason why we do a lot of this stuff ourselves is labor is expensive. Come on, baby boo. So if I can get figure out a way to do it ourselves is always better. It takes more time. But I'm gonna call a couple other drywallers and get a couple bids. I always suggest you get at least 3 bids on things. Every person is gonna be a little different. They may figure your square footage different. They may pay their guys differently. They may have a large crew. They may have a small crew. Time frame as far as when they can actually get out to your job and how fast they can get done. Lots of differences. You know, this guy yesterday who I had out here had a pretty big head. He kept saying, "Oh, I'm the best, I'm the best." I swear every other sentence was, "I'm the best, you're not gonna find any more." That's usually a sign of caution. You know, if someone's touting about how good they are, I don't know, that to me is pretty arrogant and kind of shows that maybe they're not as good as they actually are. I called a couple other guys I know that do construction and asked them what their thoughts were, and they basically said, yeah, the guy may have been the best when he started, but he's not the best anymore. So and he comes through with a crew of like 16 guys. He goes, "Oh, we'll knock this out in a day." So that's kind of concerning. If you're gonna do all of this in a day, that's a little concerning to me. That's moving too fast. I think your quality goes down when you're moving that quickly. So anyways, I'm gonna get a few other bids and see how those turn out.